Okay, good morning everyone. Hello and welcome to JFD Brokers Traders Espresso with me, Darius Chauskas. Today is the 7th of May 2018. So welcome to this first trading day of the week. As always, we're going to have a look at the markets, what happened on Friday, what levels to watch out for this week. So yeah guys, as usual. But as usual as well, let's have a read through our risk disclaimer first. So JFD Brokers offers exclusively consultancy-free services. The content of this webinar does not constitute investment advice or investment recommendation and does not in any way constitute an invitation to acquire any financial instrument or product. I'll just give you a few seconds to read the rest and we can continue. Also, a quick reminder of our JFD Brokers research page here, which you can check out. Have a look at different analysis that we do on a daily basis. We throw out different trading shoutouts and analysis in different languages as well. So yeah, guys, I mean, feel free to visit us here, and yeah, I hope you can find something useful. But right now, let's have a look at the charts. So the first one I want to look at is the S&P 500. Now, it had a bit of a mixed week last week, to be honest, and well, to be more honest, it had a mixed week in a few weeks as well, in the last couple of few weeks as well. So right now we can see that initially in the beginning of the week we were kind of selling off a little bit, managed to move towards this 200 EMA here on the daily chart, which proved to be a good bouncing ground for this index, and we can see a spike here to the upside that we had on Friday. Now of course, if this is going to continue like this, I mean, we could potentially see a slightly bigger move here to the upside. The level that I'm watching here is this level right here at around 2695 or even the 2700, the round number of 2700. So a break above this 2695 could push it towards this upper side of the triangle formation that we've got running here, you can see. And if we get a break here above the 2695, there is a strong chance that we'll test this upper side of this triangle, and if this won't stop it, then potentially we could see a continuation to the upside. Now for that, we would not only need to see a break above this upper side of the triangle, but also above this 2720 area, approximately there. A good break above these two levels here could like I said, open the path towards slightly higher levels. Now the next one that I would be keeping an eye on is this level here. I kept talking about this one in my previous videos as well, probably about like last month's videos, and this 2755 area, it proved to be a good significant area here in the past. So it acted both as resistance, it acted both as support. I mean, it got broken several times as well, no doubt about it, but still, nevertheless, the price the index liked to bounce around this level. I mean, above this we do have a better level here at around 2790 area. So yeah guys, I mean, there's a lot of good levels to watch out on the upside, and if of course we don't see a break here, we don't see if this area here will hold, then keep an eye, well, on these levels here again. I mean, that we continue to break. The first one is the 2650, approximately there, and below again we will have this 200 EMA approaching. So it probably will continue squeezing this index, and eventually it will have to pop either to the upside or to the downside. Let's have a look at the DAX. So DAX is looking strong as well. So we can see that on Thursday we had a retracement a little bit to the downside. I was talking about this area here, this 200 EMA together with the 100 EMA, and it could potentially act as a good level of support, and it did. So now of course we are seeing this break here to the upside again. We took out the 12,750 approximately there. We took it out. Now it seems that it's rushing towards this next key resistance area here at around 12,850. Now a break above that could open the path towards the psychological 13,000 again. Now we did test that 13,000 here in February this year. We broke it to the downside, and then we kind of stayed below it. So now it seems that the index is kind of trying to push itself back to the upside here, and yeah, I mean, so we could see a potential test here to the of this 13,000. So guys, okay, let's have a look at at gold here, and we can see that the gold is testing this bottom side of the triangle that it broke out of last week. So we now are, like I said, we're now just pushing away a little bit from it. Of course, anything can happen today. I mean, we could see maybe a potential reversal back to the upside here. Maybe if we get back inside this triangle again, watch out for this 1320 area. The 1320 area acted as a good level of support in the past. I mean, we did break it, of course. I mean, we moved lower, but now if we see another push here towards this 1320, it might get a break here to the upside, and we could see potentially higher levels. So but of course, if we do get a scenario like that, we'll evaluate it a bit later. For now, we are also keeping an eye on this 1307 area that acted as a good level of support in the past. And of course, if we do get a nice break here below again, and we do get a nice break below this 200 EMA, and we get a close at least below that 200 EMA, well, it could potentially open, like I said, open the path towards this psychological 1300. I mean, it did act as a good level of testing area in the past. Could be, to be honest, could be interesting to see that level being tested again. But then again, the market never does what we want it to do. So for now, let's just observe this price action and see which way it will want to continue to push. So let's have a look at a few other ones. So the DAX. This is DXY, and so the dollar index, and now we can see that it is getting held here at around this area that I've got highlighted here, at around the 92.70 area. So of course, the big question here is, we did manage to break it once, but will it break it again? If it does, this could be a bullish sign here, and potentially could see maybe a move towards a little bit higher levels. Certainly, if the 92.70 will hold, if this proves to be a good level of resistance, keep an eye on this bottom side here. Watch out for this 91.80 area, or maybe a little bit slightly higher, this 200 EMA that we've got here approaching that level as well. So could act as a good level of support initially, but if we'll see weakness and some more weakness coming into this index, then, well, watch out for these lower levels, guys. I mean, could potentially get a test of the 91 level, the round number of 91. So, but that is, of course, if we get a nice break here below this 200 EMA and the 91.80. Let's have a look at a few pairs now. So the euro dollar, so the euro dollar is kind of selling off a little bit right now. We can see that, and we're still getting held here by this downwards moving trend line, the steep downwards moving trend line. And yeah, I mean, it seems that it wants to continue to push here towards this 119, 150 area, approximately there. I've got it highlighted here. I had it highlighted for the past week already, for the whole of last week, to be honest. So now we did get a touch here on Friday, we can see that, but we quickly reversed from it. Now the question is, will we get again another test of this 119, 150 area, or actually this is going to be the time when this pair will start breaking this downwards moving trend line. So for now, of course, we're not going to speculate too much. I mean, we're just going to see what it wants to do. And for now, of course, the sentiment is more to the downside, and we are keeping an eye on this 119, 150 again. That is, of course, if we get a small push here below this 119,400 area, guys. So watch out for this level as well. I mean, currently we can see that the price is getting held here, and yep, a good nice push below that, not 119,400, opens the path towards the 119,150. And as I said about the upside, we need to see a nice break here first, a break here above this downwards moving trend line that started here around the 19th of April. Okay, let's have a look at the Euro GBP now. This one is an interesting one as well. And currently we are reversing from its highs, its last week's highs. Certainly at the moment, the first probably good area to watch out for would be this 100 EMA, shown here as a green line. And if that doesn't hold, if that doesn't support this this pair, then, well, I mean, it could potentially open the path towards this one, towards this 50 EMA for a nice test. So for now, I mean, we can see that it is trying to push lower. We are in this, let's say, kind of veg channel formation. It's not really like an even channel, but it's not really like a clear veg. So yeah, I would probably refer to it as a veg channel, veg/channel. So now we can see, like, we are kind of bouncing off from the upper bound here, and yeah, moving lower a little bit. Still, it is kind of looking bullish, but we could see some sort of a correction a little bit here, and that's what we're having right now. But maybe a correction a little bit more to the downside. I mean, it would be interesting to see, to be honest, a move lower here to test this bottom side of the of this veg channel. So I would call it like that. Yeah, and it would be interesting to see a test here. Of course, the area that would be good to watch around that level would be this little low right here, and actually could coincide exactly with this lower bound here. This level here is around the 0.87600. So watch out for this, guys. I mean, this could be an interesting area to watch if we see that is only, of course, if we see a nice break here below the 100 EMA, and then we'll head towards this 50 EMA. And of course, if that doesn't stop it, then yeah, watch out for this little area right here. If we suddenly get a reversal back to the upside here from this 100 EMA, watch out for this 200 EMA, guys, which will probably come in line with this upper bound here of this channel formation. So could be an interesting trade as well, to be honest, but we will only consider that if we'll see a nice reversal here from the 100 EMA, and then we'll take out these highs, these last week's highs, at around 0.88450, approximately there. So keep an eye on this, guys. It could be an interesting trade. Okay, let's have a look at a few other pairs quickly. So GBP USD, balancing here around this 200 EMA. It's keeps holding around it. I mean, it seems that on Friday it wanted to, yeah, it broke it, but kind of pushed back a little bit here, and even though we still got a close below this 200 EMA. So I mean, now we're currently at this stage here. I mean, probably because the market is the UK market is closed today, so I doubt that we're going to see maybe much activity in this pair. Maybe we'll actually see a bit of retracement to the upside. Maybe we'll test this downwards moving trend line here from underneath. The only thing is, if we'll see a nice break above this downwards moving trend line, then, well, probably we'll push away the downside for now, and we will aim for slightly higher levels here, maybe even towards this 137 100 area, approximately there. Could be a good level to test. Or even, actually, if that doesn't hold, well, we do have a better level, which is this to test this upwards moving trend line from underneath. This trend line has been running for quite a while, and it was running from, what, March 2017. So yeah, guys, a good level to watch here, if we get a nice break here through this downwards moving trend line. To be honest, still, I mean, we're quite bearish on this pair. It is looking negative, and if this will continue, watch out for this, guys. Watch out for this level of support here at around 134 550, approximately there. And let's do one more dollar pair quickly. So let's have a look at the USD JPY. Nice moving channel here that is in. It is in, and keeps moving higher. Certainly, of course, you could probably argue this channel. I mean, somebody would probably say that this is maybe more of a veg formation here, like this. But nevertheless, the trend is still to the upside, and we had a nice bounce here from this upwards moving support line. So we tested it. It kind of coincided together with this 100 EMA here, and now we're pushing higher. Of course, we are kind of holding here around this long-term upwards moving trend line that started in 2012. Now the question is, of course, is this going to act as a support level, or as a resistance level, or actually we're going to get back above it and maybe aim for higher highs now here, or higher highs, or let's say previous lows or previous levels. We would need to see a nice break here above the 110, the psychological 110, in order to kind of consider further upside, for further longer term upside, let's say like that. But if we see a nice break here below this upwards moving support line, then well, probably the downside is back on the table, guys. Okay, I will have to wrap it up here. I think I've overdone it again, but a few minutes. So guys, I hope you have a good European session. If you want to join me later on today in my traders tea time at 13:15 or 13:15 GMT time, or 14:15 British summer time. Okay guys, as always, keep an eye on the price action, and thank you very much. Bye bye.